Hello, listening audience, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 frames per second. My name is Whirl. I am one of your two participants for the day, and I am joined by the wonderful, the devious, the talented, the charming. Please introduce yourself.
Heartless. Although most people tend to call me Heart these days. I will be playing the wonderful, fantastic Gille Treble.
Who we adore. And I will be playing someone else. Well, I don't actually know why I bother hiding what character I'm going to play at the start of FPSs. I'm going to be playing Bondlock, the hee-hoo funky ragdoll.
Who's actually a rubber hose tune.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong. He may be made of fabric, but he's actually rubber hose.
Yeah. He likes to confuse people.
So, I think I shall start our scene off by describing what's happening. So, Gille, upon deciding to go traveling by himself, he has taken Stoffelies from where he was stabled at Dodo Studios and ridden Stoffelies towards Niknak Town, because he's heard so much about it, he might as well go see it before he goes anywhere else.
Well, it is such a lovely place.
I mean, it's a theater district, and he hasn't seen a show in a really long time.
Yeah!
And not a proper play, more specifically.
And really, there's no better place to come see one. The problem is, it is currently daytime. And most of the shows here are at night.
That is certainly a problem. So, Gille has, at this point, taken to just, wandering the streets on horseback.
Just riding a pecking skeleton horse through the streets like the complete and utter mad lad he is.
Hey, at least no one can complain, because the skeleton horse does not need to, you know, have any nature calling.
Well, that does prove to be quite convenient, doesn't it? I mean, it's not quite as convenient as the fact that there is a pecking trolley that nobody has used. What is it with people, like, coming into Niknak on horses? What do we even install those trolleys for?
Gille was planning on going to more places than Niknak. He needed to bring his steed.
Okay,
which
fair enough.
He's used only twice.
You have an
It was
excuse.
a crime. It was a crime that the first time he went to Wits End, he did not take Stoffelies. Why did he walk all the way there?
Because sometimes the brain is a fool. At least the second time you remembered not to walk all the way there in heels. Anyway.
Story for another time.
Yeah. Why don't you, do me a favor and roll me... What is the term? Perception? Perception, that's the one.
That's the thing that I can do for you.
Sorry for my
Thankfully,
hyperactivity, listeners. I just woke up from a nap.
And I've had soda, so I'm a little jittery.
We're both jittery, it's fine.
Oh yay, that's a 7. I rolled a 6.
Excellent. Well, at least it's not less than a 5. You notice the clock tower. That's about it. Like, there's
that's a really cool clock tower.
There's a lot of buildings around. There's people. There's people. Because, you know, it's daytime in a city, so of course there's people going about their business.
And of course some of them are stopping to stare at the literal skeleton horse.
Yeah, the literal goddamned skeleton horse. But in front of you and in front of your literal goddamn skeleton horse, there is a clock tower. It's very big. If you had rolled better, you might have noticed something familiar about it. But you didn't roll better. So that's just for the audience's benefit. Anyway,
I'm gonna go closer to it anyways, because... clock tower, that's interesting. I don't think there's actually a centralized... or... I don't think there's actually a clock tower in Toontown.
Possibly not. Somebody needs to establish that. Does Toontown have a clock tower? The people need to know. Anyway. Alrighty. You are riding up to this clock tower. It actually takes you a bit to actually get to the base of it, because this thing is in the middle of everything. So you kind of have to ride through the streets for a while, just generally heading in its general direction. That's the nice thing, though, about having a landmark. It's a lot harder to get lost, even with your shitty survival.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, good point. But eventually you do get to the base of the clock tower, and it's interesting because there's, like, a building, and then attached to the building, there's, like, a little shop. It looks like a toy store.
A toy store? That's an odd place to put a toy store, Gille says as he, just kind of launches off his horse. Starfleas, I'll be back. The horse gives a...
Disgruntled horse noises.
Yeah, you'd probably think from the noise that this horse is rolling his eyes, even though he doesn't have any.
The metaphorical eyes. Leave him alone. We are all metaphorically capable of rolling our eyes, whether we have them or not. Okay. So, as you approach the... I assume you're approaching the toy store, yeah?
Oh, yeah. It's
Okay.
a strange thing to have a clock tower. I'm gonna at least look inside.
Yeah. So as you are poking around out front, it's actually really hard to see inside because the windows are like that bubbly stained glass vibe where it's like diamonds of different colors and all of them are like slightly warped.
Gil takes off his glasses, clings them, and puts them on as if that would help him see better.
Yep. Nope, it's not your glasses being dirty. The glass just looks like that. And a couple minutes pass, and then the door, which, if you had tried it, would have proved to be locked, opens, and a very familiar someone steps out. You haven't seen Bondlock in a little while, but he is here.
I think it takes a moment for Gale to even notice that the door opened.
Yeah, bless his heart, he got a 7 in perception earlier.
Yeah, and his passive perception is 8.
Good lord. Bless his heart, he's an idiot. Well, he's
Yeah.
not, but he just doesn't have eyes.
So he turns and... Bondlock!
Oh! Gil, hello! It's been a while! What are you doing in my part of town?
Well, decided to come visit. Heard so much about this place. Couldn't, leave it off my, little trip. Gil just kind of walks forward and gives Bondlock a hug.
Aww. He's gonna get a hug
Without
right
even
back.
asking.
He's gonna get a hug right back.
Yeah.
We're happy to see you! It's been so long!
Yeah. Where'd you go off to?
Well...
That's weird accent.
Bondlock is just gonna kind of blink, and then hand gesture at the toy store. Home, basically. Oh, you wouldn't... This is where I was made!
Gil's mouth drops to the floor, like his jaw literally falls off. And he has to reach down and pick it back up and put it back into place. And he goes, "Oh! You said you were made at a toy shop. I do remember that. I didn't know it was this one."
Mm-hmm. Well, yep, this is the one. We were made in the basement here.
Wow.
we could show you if you like. It's kind of mad scientist workshop down there, though. Just fair warning.
Gille's eyes immediately light up and a big grin spreads across his face. Really?
Yeah, we've been trying to tidy it up a little bit, but oh goodness, our creator did not keep very good house. Come on. And he'll open the door and sort of do the after you bow.
Gille will put his hand on his chest and go, oh me, and then imperiously walk in, because that's just a thing he does.
Fancy noble ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inside, the toy store is actually kind of dark and dusty. It doesn't look like it's actually been used as a toy store for a while, but there are still a couple old toys sitting on the shelves. Bondlock kind of, like, gives them all a polite nod, because, you know, when you are a toy, you have to acknowledge the other toys in the room. That's just a rule. And then lead the way toward the back door, which leads to the basement.
Gille, seeing that, will probably place his hand on his chest and give a very, very slight bow before heading towards the basement.
Yep, fair enough. The toys don't respond. They're just normal toys.
Yeah.
The basement is kind of, as Bondlock said, very mad science-y. It's it's kind of a disaster. It's a very big sort of workshop-y space, and Bondlock kind of looks around and then picks up just a cartoonishly oversized stack of books, moves them off of a couch, and then drops them on the floor so that there's some place to sit.
Yeah, Gille saunters on over to the books and takes a glance at the first title, his tail looping into a heart.
It is a book about the theoretical construction of artificial souls as written by Eric Drossen.
Right. That's right. That's right. He says, and then, takes a seat. So, have you been since I last saw you?
Oh.
Sorry, I haven't sent you any letters. I didn't know where you went.
Oh, right, we didn't exactly tell our Mexbon where we'd be staying. Note to self, do that properly. We've been alright. We left after that whole, well, the debacle with, Marcel and Kyle, Mixbon told us what happened, and, that you'd killed him, and, you know, good on you for that.
I wish I'd killed him. Sorry for not, letting you know, but...
No, I understand. Time was of the essence. There was a pressing situation. Couldn't exactly have gone all the way from the studio to the apartment to look for me. It's fine. Besides, we're not exactly... And he kind of gestures at himself. We're not exactly built for fighting. Just because we can summon a sword with our wand doesn't mean we know how to peck and use it.
Well, if you want, I could teach you a little bit. It's always useful to have other means.
Well, maybe sometime when you get back, yeah? And
yeah.
He kind of smiles and walks over to one of the cluttered desks and picks up his wand, the silver one, and kind of flicks it around a little bit.
You know, it never exactly told me what that does. What does it do?
Oh.
Your wand.
Oh. Right. We never did explain properly. Well, it's special made. It basically has a sort of special spell installed in it. It can what did Eri call it? It can fuse people. Like, take one person and another person who are two people and then make them one person again.
Fuse? How does that even work?
Oh, well, actually, it's quite simple, really. You basically throw it at your target, and it goes shunk right through their heart, in a metaphorical sense, though, not a literal sense, because if it was in a literal sense, then they'd be dead, and that would be wrong. But...
Gille just kind of reaches up and presses his hand against his chest.
And Bondlock winces and quietly pauses and asks, by the way, how have you been keeping?
Oh, well, I'm doing a lot better than I was. The reason why I'm traveling is just kind of what I want to do next. Who I want to be.
Oh. Well, we're happy for you then. That should be a nice experience. Pity for all the people you're probably going to cause chaos for, but... If you ever need some place to drop by, you can always come here. Admittedly, we don't exactly have much in the way of comforts, but we've been getting better at medical spells, so if you ever get hurt, we can try and fix you up. Although we're probably nowhere near as good as Mixbon.
Gilda's probably better than me, though. My skills are okay in a pinch. Basically, like,
emergency field nurse, but not exactly a proper surgeon.
Exactly.
And Bondlock smiles, and he actually seems a lot more at ease here than he ever did outside of, well, here. And he kind of flips the wand in his hand again and says, well, anyway, to finish the explanation, basically, it pierces through somebody in a metaphorical sense and sort of yoinks their soul. I think that's how it was explained to me. And it stitches their soul to the other person's soul, and then they become one soul for a while, until the two people can figure out how to unfuse.
Gille thinks for a moment before getting a mischievous glint to his eye. You ever tried that on yourself?
And Bondlock is going to glance at Gille because he knows that fucking look. And he's going to kind of smile right back and say, well, no, but I have always been curious. Why are you offering?
Well, I didn't really understand your explanation. Saying magic I really don't get it. Never really my field of expertise. And I'm a big fan of experiencing things, because that always helps me understand a lot better.
That's so. Well, we would probably have to go back upstairs because fusions end up being very tall, and we don't want to be down here because the ceiling is low as peck.
Gil glances up. Oh, I didn't notice.
Yeah, well, it used to be higher, but then my creator kept putting in all sorts of weird machines and whatnot, and it just filled up the place. And as you look up, it's just a mess. A messy network of clockwork and machinery and pipes and just yikes.
Maybe later I'll want to look at that. Let's go back upstairs.
Yeah.
Gil pretty much launches himself off of the couch and walks back up the stairs.
Down the stairs, up the stairs. Yep, and Bondlock will follow. And now we are back in the actual shop area of the toy shop. Alright, well, we've never actually used this on ourselves, so how the peck... Okay, you stand here, and he sort of, puts his hands on Gil's shoulders and moves him to stand at one point in the room. And we'll stand here, and then, he's going to sort of, like, look at a wall, and then blink, and then nod, and toss the wand, which ricochets off the back wall, and you can feel it go through you, Gil, because it's kind of cold, but it doesn't hurt. And then it hits Bondlock with a slight clink noise, and goes through him, swirls back around to basically be caught in his hand, and he pulls it tight, and there is a weird sensation. There is a pulling feeling, and then you don't really have a word for it. It kind of feels like what it might be to dissolve or disintegrate, but not in the same way you do when you destabilize, more in a way of sort of just partially melting. Like wax on a candle. And then there is no longer two people in this room.
I think this is a good time to upload this picture. New color, everyone!
New color! Oh, goodness. Did it work?
Oh, wow.
Well,
That's weird.
this is... Well, we did say we like new experiences. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. And we're on the floor. Charming. Okay. We should try and figure out how getting up works. Probably?
Probably. Oh, gee. A lot taller.
Yeah.
Each time they move their head, the hair goes shh. Like a bunch of fabric scraps.
Oh, well, good to see that stayed the same. Okay. Right. And I'm not going to make us roll for dex the way that I did with,
I honestly want to.
Oh, okay.
Because
sure.
Gil suddenly does not have a tail. How are you supposed to do things without your tail?
I guess we roll at disadvantage then.
Let's see. Dex is a +2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think we both roll and then take the lower of the two scores. So I got a 3.
Not 1, and I got a 7, which was actually a 9.
So,
not 1.
So I think how it works is they try to stand up, and they get to their feet, and then the lack of balance from not having a tail basically makes them, like, what's the term? Overbalance and faceplant.
Where's our tail?
We do not appear to have one. Okay. Ow. That is the floor, and this is our face. Oh boy. You know, we're starting to have more of an appreciation for the people we did this to. And there's sort of a mental sensation of just a slideshow of different people that Bondlock has pulled this trick on. Oh, goodness. How did they manage to get on their feet? We're so much taller than either of us are. This is so crazy. Okay.
Wait, I think we're wearing heels. We're wearing heels. I didn't have heels on today.
We don't own heels. Oh, wait, no. That's how that works. Sometimes when two toons fuse, there's an excess of line art and color, and that can result in new things being made. I assume that also explains this, and one of our hands comes up and taps the necklace.
Gille attempts to tilt the head downward to look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're contesting, so that works. It's...
Huh. It's got, wow. How... That's confusing. I think I'd have to I think... Oh boy. There's the, very distinct memory of light blue ink.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of coming out of a paper cut. Coming out of a, of course, purple, finger.
Guess you take blue blood a bit literally, then.
Well, of course. We're toons! Alright, let's try getting up again.
Yeah, let's try this a second time. 3, 2, 1. 19.
$21.
We managed to get on our feet this time.
Holding out our arms to the side to try to balance.
T-posing for balance reasons.
How are we meant to walk without our tail?
One foot in front of the other?
Oh jeez. Alright, let's try that then.
Do we want to roll for this or go with our good rolls?
Let's go with the good roll.
Yeah.
and assume it's a little unsteady at first.
Yeah. Like, there's a shaky first few steps, and then a bit of overconfidence, at which point, you know, they trip. But they catch themselves on sort of a pillar in the middle of the room. Alright, we've got this. Back.
We do have this.
Of course we do.
An
We're amazing.
An overswell of confidence. Of course we are.
We don't have a name, do we?
No, we don't. It's strange.
Chorus? I mean, it does mix your theming with names with mine, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I think we should keep it.
It's a lovely
And I think
name.
at this point, the sleeves and the parts of the
Pocket
the
liners.
pocket liners turn orange.
Oh, well, would you look at that? That's right, you started changing the colour recently, right?
Yeah, yes.
Well, it's
We're no longer confused. I guess I have a new color.
Well, happy to give it to you. Teal's always been a favourite of mine. Goodness.
We should probably do some practice steps before we even attempt to go outside. We have much longer hair than I'm used to.
Yeah. It's longer than ours, even. Can't say I dislike it, though. It's a nice textural element.
Yeah. I swing it back and forth, back and forth.
They swish their hair back and forth and then just break down laughing. Oh, this is so bizarre. This. It's a good thing we don't belong to Aerie anymore. She'd be furious. She told us never to use it on ourselves.
I guess I already have a reason to show this. A very, very brief flash of red at the even mention of Aerie before it goes back to orange again.
She wasn't a very nice director, was she?
No, she wasn't.
We never did thank you properly for getting us out of there.
Oh, I couldn't leave you to that.
Why not? Back then you were still the bad guy.
You were also the bad guy. And, well...
I was more of a sympathetic villain, let's be real. I was just following orders, of course.
Oh, of course. And they do a bow.
At your service, madam, as always. And there's actually a flash of memory with that line, of it being said in a different tone to somebody else.
It being said, sorry, you cut off.
Being said by a different voice to somebody else. A little girl with blonde hair.
Clara.
Yes. Clara.
A memory that does not belong to Gille comes to the forefront. Of very, of a knife, bloody hands, of a slightly panicked voice that does not belong to Gille.
And there is a feeling from Bondlock's side of the equation of anger at that memory that is very, very quickly shut down. That's right, you got some of her memories. Shame you had to see all that.
Well, it just gives me more motivation to be angry with that upstart. And we're angry about that, aren't we? Horse tilts their head to the side.
Anger is difficult when you aren't built to express it, but from your side of the equation, we can definitely see what it's like.
Just because you were built not to express it doesn't mean you can't. Besides, we have only existed for a few minutes, and we were never built, even though we appear to be stitched together. So I'm pretty sure those rules don't apply anymore.
Oh, goodness. Perhaps they don't, but if we started being angry, we don't know if we'd ever stop. No, we said that out loud, didn't we?
Even if we hadn't have said that out loud, it would probably still be something very true and also very not true.
Schrodinger's truth, then?
Slight shrug. We should be angry about that. Murder should not be taken lightly.
Oh no, but she was certainly ever so fucking cavalier about it.
Oh, of course. But that's because that's how she justified it.
No, of course, no. It's perfectly normal to, leave somebody in an attic for 30 fucking years.
Out.
Oh, dang it. Mike. Okay, let's try that again. Oh no, it's perfectly fucking normal to leave somebody in an attic for 30 fucking years and then pull them down and be like, okay, I killed my father, I need you to help me chop up the body and hide it all over the fucking city. That's perfectly normal. And of course, he can't say no.
Of course not. No, that wouldn't do.
No, of course
And
not.
of course, it's perfectly normal to assume that it's perfectly okay to kill someone you say you loved, but clearly you didn't love them at all if you killed them.
Of course, and you never managed to consider anyone else's opinions on the subject. Certainly not your fucking childhood best friend, or your son, for Christ's sakes, who you sold into fucking slavery. Those are all perfectly normal things that any sane woman does. Good God. She was a fucking bitch. She was a mess. She was more of a mess than we were. Goodness gracious. And of course, she dragged us down with her.
Oh, they always do. At least they always try.
Goodness gracious.
We don't have to deal with that anymore.
No, no we don't, because she is not ours anymore, and we are not hers anymore, and we don't have to deal with the consequences of her actions ever again. So it's fine. It's fine. That was a mess.
You know? No, that was... Oh, mwah, perfect.
We don't think we've ever sworn before. That's interesting.
The important part is... Do you feel better now?
Define better. There's certainly, you know, the realization that a person was awful, but we already had that. I suppose it was a bit cathartic, but... Anger doesn't feel very good. How do you manage it all the time? Goodness gracious.
I think you care too much. That might be the problem. You care too much about the person who hurt you.
Well, it's what I was built for. Of course I fucking care. I don't have a choice in the matter. It's fucking programmed into me. Artificial soul and all that.
I don't think you're an artificial soul anymore.
I'm a bottle, my friend. I don't exist. Well, by all means I shouldn't exist, but I do. Because, you know, defiance of nature is certainly something.
In one of the medical textbooks, it says something about manifestation and how toon magic really takes things, sometimes takes literal things, and makes them people. Rad didn't used to be, well, a full person. But Rad is now. With his own voice and everything, and I've been teaching him swears.
Gille! Don't teach children swears!
Of course! It's fun!
That waits until they're teenagers, for Christ's sake!
Nah. I think in their practicing they've started to swing around the pillars, if that's allowed.
Yeah, probably. We shouldn't be laughing. We shouldn't be laughing. That's a very naughty thing to do.
Of course it's naughty.
We shouldn't do that. No matter how funny it is.
But why shouldn't we?
Because that's a child. That's a child. Children aren't supposed to be swearing. I mean, it's never stopped anyone in this town, but that's not the point. There are social rules about that kind of thing. Goodness gracious.
Oh, I know everything about the social rules.
And yes, and
Don't we know everything?
You fucking delight in tearing them to shreds every time you see them, don't you?
Of course! Well, they all say rules are meant to be broken.
I would say nothing's meant to be broken, but I've made spaghetti, so...
Yeah, I am... let's see, I've seen Marcel make spaghetti.
Spaghetti tastes good.
Oh, yes.
Tastes
Marcel is a great...
Yeah. Talking as two people as the same person is hard.
It is, considering, we're certainly keeping on the switching back and forth between using the pronouns that one half usually uses and the pronouns the other half usually uses, and it's quite a bit confusing, isn't it, audience?
Welcome to hell, kids! Goodness.
We should probably just start using one.
Yeah. But I'll admit, I slip up a lot even when I'm just doing one character, so...
That was all in character, by the way.
Oh, goodness. Wait,
Hi, Bondlock. You can now hear.
Wait, who are we talking to?
It's the listening audience, the fourth wall, and Chorus points to it. Hello, fourth wall.
Oh! Oh! Oh, that's what you've always been talking about. Oh! We just kind of thought you were a little crazy.
No, I'm not. We aren't. It's going to be hard.
You get used to it. We don't even know why we do that.
Makes the brain chemicals happy.
It does. It does. Huh. Our music's different.
Oh, I can... We can hear that!
What, you couldn't before?
No,
And this is out of character. The music is in fact different. Because you have Gille's music, which is usually
a waltz.
Yeah, which is usually a waltz, and you have Bondlock's music, which is something more like a ballet. And this has kind of taken a waltz theme from a ballet. So it's a bit more light and lively than Gille's, but it's not quite as energetic and soft as Bondlock's. Well, it is a nice sound.
It is. There have been times that we have heard it, but it was all because of someone else doing something to make it be able to be heard. We've never had that skill.
Well...
Although, we've been to the score before.
We just have the ability because, well, we were built here, and everyone in Niknak can hear the music. That's why they are the way they are. Dance and song are all such a big thing here.
Huh. I didn't know there was another place like the score. We didn't know. Jeez,
It's difficult,
that's going to
isn't
be
it?
hard. That's so difficult. Maybe we should practice by... Ooh, we could go get ice cream.
Oh, that could be interesting. I wonder if our tastes have changed, if it's the two of us together.
Yeah. Oh, that could be so different. Let's go. Starts walking towards the door before pausing, being like, wait, we don't know where we're going, do we?
Well, we might, actually. There's a very nice ice cream and waffle place nearby.
Okay, let's try going there.
Yeah. Hopefully, hopefully being combined means we have a little more of a brain cell for not getting fucking lost.
Perhaps. And let's roll survival with a -2.
We have a -1, not a -2.
Oh, we have a -1? Oh, we do have a -1.
I got an 8. Let's say that we have advantage that way if yours is higher.
Mine is actually higher. 14.
So we managed to not get lost.
No, we did manage to get to this place. It's weird. Wow. It feels weird to just show up to the place we were trying to go.
Incredible, isn't it?
It's positively delightful.
Who knows? Maybe next time you're in town we'll have to get you a map so that you can actually go places without getting lost.
It would probably be a good idea. Hopefully I won't lose it. We have a lot in our hammer space.
Goodness gracious. You really do. How many times have you pulled out something that you didn't mean to and accidentally set something on fire?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Maybe 5. There've been times that we've pulled out an anvil and dropped it on our foot. And times that we've pulled out that hell beast.
The cat?
Yes. Ugh.
Oh, goodness.
They pause for a moment, reach up and touch the topmost horn and go, this is weird. We don't have any jewelry.
Oh, that's right. You were wearing some when you came in. But it wasn't your usual symbol. Is everything alright going on there?
Oh. Yes. We decided, and there's a flash of a memory of thoughts of I want some time away from Psychopomp. It's been too much. Too much. I want some alone time.
Well, this sort of defeats the purpose of that.
Well, we did get alone time. And then there's another memory of Gille kind of like half hiding behind a chair as Bon attempts to put a collar around Tibbles the cat.
Oh, goodness.
Which has the amulet swinging from it.
Oh, that makes sense. I think you mentioned that the cat is
Psychopomp.
Mr. Psychopomp's pet, so that does make sense.
We're pretty sure he can talk to it too.
Well, that would make sense. Spirits can talk to animals, of course.
I wonder what kind of things we can do right now, 'cause doesn't... And strangely enough, Chorus is going to clasp on their wrist while outside and start kind of stretching their arm.
Oh dear. Okay, we need to roll a con save then. And our con is terrible.
Yep, of course it is.
6.
18 minus 2, which is 16.
So which do we want to take?
Let's go with 6!
Yeah, so...
Pull off the arm by accident.
We try and stretch, and there's just a sound of, like, seam splitting and sort of a resigned sense of familiarity at the twinge of pain from Bondlock's side of the equation. It's just, yeah, you might not want to do that.
Oops.
Yep, hang on. Hopefully this means that our hammer spaces are combined. Okay. Let's just... And, Chorus slings the now removed arm over their shoulder. And they, with their free hand, reach into the pocket and pull out a small sewing kit and start to stitch the arm back on.
If only there was someone walking by asking for a hand.
Next time. Next time.
Next time.
Oh, that could be such a great line, though. Oh, good. Oh, goodness.
Oh, it's such a great prank, too, shaking someone's head and, oh, no, it's off!
Stop, you're gonna make us mess up the stitches. Oh, goodness. And then our arm would come off if somebody shook our hand. Luckily, this doesn't hurt as much as it would if it was either of us on our own, because I don't think your arms are meant to detach.
No, and I don't think when that happens either.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never tried that. Just thinking about it heavily.
There is the mental sensation of being bapped with a newspaper.
Hey!
You are not ripping off your own damn arm for experimentational purposes. Rip off somebody else's if you must.
You know, I would do that, but anyone that I would try it with that has my specific DNA makeup is our specific DNA makeup is kind of unreachable. I don't know where she is.
Right.
Last time I heard, she was framing me for murder and then buggered off somewhere.
And
buggered off. That's weird.
Sorry, that might be from our side of the equation. And at the mention of, oh yeah, you were framed for murder at some point, there is sort of another one of those flashes of anger from Bondlock's side of the equation, because how dare somebody do that to his friend?
That is the correct response.
If we could actually keep up that kind of response when we were unfused, we would tell you that if she ever shows her face again, we are going to deck her 6 ways from Sunday. But unfortunately,
honestly,
we're a healer.
Honestly, Bond's a healer, and we've seen Bond get pretty mad.
Okay, but to be fair, Nick's Bond is an odd duck. Odd owl?
Owl. Aarakocra.
Aarakocra. That's a interesting word.
That's what Mick Spawn is.
They're a very nice person.
Yeah. There's a kind of fondness.
From both sides of the equation.
They're very easy to talk to. At least, well, we wouldn't trust any other form of medical professional.
I'm wounded, really.
Oh, you know what I mean?
We know. We're just having a go at you.
Alright. Horace is gonna start moving his shoulders to see if it's back, the stitches are back, not gonna fall apart.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. They're a little sloppier than they were before, but they're solid. Let's just hope that doesn't turn into a scar when we unfuse, because that could be a mess.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We've got a scar here, and they point to, like, you know, where someone's liver would be. And we've got a scar right here. You know about this one. They say as they tap on the chest.
Hmm.
You want to hear about this other one?
Oh, goodness. And I think... Do you want to end it there? Because it has been over an hour.
Yeah, I say they go for ice cream now. Let's just roll off to see if they like the ice cream they get.
Yeah.
We want blueberry!
We've never had blueberry. We'll try it. Oh wait, that's the wrong thing. D20, not D5. D10. Okay, mine didn't count for some reason.
No, you got a 12. And I got a 4. So, this... I don't think we like this taste.
This tastes off.
Mm.
It's not bad, it's just off.
Well, we don't want to waste our money. Might as well just finish it while we regale you with the tale of the time that we took Marcel and we both became very, very tiny.
Oh goodness. Do
tell. And I think that's when we leave off with Chorus going back and forth telling the story and also reacting to it.
Talking to himself like a crazy person. This was delightful. Thank you for playing this with me.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. Everybody say goodbye to the listeners. Goodbye, listeners!
Goodbye, listeners.